I've built multiple e-commerce businesses over the past decade, and they were all started while working a full-time job. And one of these businesses turned into a 9-figure business. In this video, I'm gonna share with you how I did it so that you can do it too. Get your notepad out, here we go. Welcome to my channel. My name's Spencer Jan and I co-founded Solo Stove. Now I spend most of my time helping other entrepreneurs live the dream. If you want to start a business while working a full-time job, show me how bad you want to stick it to the man by hitting that subscribe button down below. Now let's get to the good stuff. Working a full-time job can feel safe, and having a predictable income feels good. Having your employer pay for benefits like health, dental, and vision insurance makes it feel like you could never leave. So the thought of starting a business while working a full-time job, well, it makes sense to me. I did it multiple times, and the good news is that you can do it too. Here are the 5 steps I used, and watch to the end because I have a bonus tip that you're not gonna wanna miss. Step 1, assess your situation. When I started my side hustles, I was working overseas in Shanghai, China, sourcing products in Asia. I was making less than $50,000 a year. I had less than $5,000 that I could use to start a business. My free time was limited to my evenings. What's your situation? Where are you located? When and how much extra time do you have each day? How much money do you have to use for your business? What skills, experiences, or talents do you have? This exercise will help you lay everything out on the table so that it's clear what you're dealing with. You need to be realistic in your approach, so reminding yourself of what the real situation is, it will help you greatly. Step 2, discover your passion. Starting a business is tough. You need to be motivated by something deep and meaningful. I know you want to be your own boss and make money, and that's a given, but having something that motivates beyond the obvious, it's necessary. It doesn't have to revolve around the product you're selling. It could be a social cause, it could be a strong desire to learn online marketing, maybe you've always wanted to work with a certain partner. Think long and hard on this. If you're not passionate about something in your business, you won't have enough motivation to grind it out. I guarantee it. For me, I was passionate about e-commerce. I loved everything about it. I couldn't believe that anyone could build a website and with enough practice, be able to sell something to anyone in the world. I felt like I was a caveman who saw an airplane for the first time. I couldn't get enough of it. Step 3, get in the right mindset. Entrepreneurship is very much a mental game. If you're able to keep your head in the right place, you're halfway there. Starting a business, especially when working a full-time job, is gonna take a lot of time. You need practice and a lot of patience. Know that you're playing the long game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Remind yourself how difficult it will be and commit yourself mentally to seeing it through. Know that you're gonna run into challenges, but also know that if you persist, you'll figure it out. When you watch sports, you see the output of elite athletes. What you don't see is all the mental preparation that happens before the game. Surround yourself with positive vibes and get your head right. Over the years of working with my brother, we must have spent hundreds of hours talking about mindset. We'd encourage each other and remind ourselves of how we should be thinking about our progress and journey. We reminded each other why we were doing this and helped each other to stay in the game mentally. A lot of the same mantras were repeated over the years, but it was so helpful. If we didn't spend the effort to remind ourselves to stay patient, calm, and focused, I don't think we would have had the same outcome we did. Step 4, decide on your business model. For me, it was e-commerce. Selling something online lined up with my situation. I let traffic flow to my site during the day and took care of customers at night. I worked on marketing strategies, product dev, website updates all night long. This let me focus on my day job during the day. Look at your situation and decide what kind of business you can realistically work on within the constraints of working a full-time job. Maybe you start a blog, or maybe you make YouTube videos. Perhaps you make handmade goods during the evenings and then sell them at the farmer's market on the weekend. Your business needs to fit your situation. Don't be unrealistic. Decide on something that will work so that you can get to work. Step 5, create structure and improve work efficiency. You're working a day job, so you have limited time. This already puts you at a disadvantage, but you can make up some time if you work harder and smarter. Just like a trainer at a gym creates an exercise schedule for their students so they can finish their workout quickly and still be effective, you need to create structure, schedules, and habits that help you increase your efficiency. If you don't put forth the effort to work smart, you just won't get a lot done. I've found that using some sort of project management app helps tremendously. There are a ton to choose from and most have a free version. I've heard good things about Monday.com, Notion, and Trello. I liked Basecamp and Asana. I used Basecamp for years and it helped me a ton to keep my thoughts, projects, and to-do lists organized. When I have a thought or remember I need to do something, I jot it down in the app, and it's forever there. I could collaborate with partners and team members, track the progress of myself and others, keep important documents and files in one place, and so on. Apps are great, but I think the constant desire to improve the efficiency of my work was more important. Learn to hold yourself more accountable, plan, organize, and work more efficiently than you ever have in the past, and you'll make progress despite having less hours to work on your business. Here's the bonus tip I promised you. This one has been really helpful to me. Set small, realistic goals that aren't tied to money. When you first start out, there's a good chance you don't make money right away. This is normal, but it can be discouraging if that's all you're thinking about. If you set yourself some goals that you can accomplish, you'll remind yourself of the progress you're making. These could be as simple as launching your first product, getting 10 good reviews, getting featured in a blog, maybe completing your website, and so on. If you're constantly setting small goals along the way, you'll know that you're making progress even if you feel like you're still very far away from your final destination. You might be asking yourself, does this really work? Yes, it does. If you want to see exactly how I started my very first e-commerce business while working a full-time job, click on this video here to see how that business sold over $1 million worth of products. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. There's no better time to start than now. And if I can do it, so can you. If this was helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so YouTube shares this video with more people. And I'll see you in the next video.